Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. And yeah, what's up, everyone? I hope everyone's having a good day and good week, and vice versa. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Um. Oh, hey, Alex. There's there's actually some cool news on some figures this week. I will show you the new uh figures. And some figures are actually back, which surprisingly. Let's see here. Let's go all the way down. Screen share. So the last time I think we saw this. Oh yeah, W Dragon Spinosaurus. Yeah, we saw it. So this week, W Dragon Great White Shark looks pretty good. Yeah, here's another Great White. Looks really, really fantastic. Um, Iguanodon picture. Oh, Holland Good just made an Iguanodon figure this week. I have to say, I actually kind of agree with you. I don't know why they have that bulbous, like Montebarosaurus like nose. I know that Path of Titans, the first species the first choice that you play as, it does have that bulbous nose, but who knows? I think that maybe it's because that maybe Montebarosaurus has it, that maybe Iguanodon has it, but then again, just because Montebarosaurus has it, that doesn't mean Iguanodon should have it. But yeah, Holland Good just not Holland Good. PNSO just released a species of marine reptile that literally looks like Tanystropheus, um, which is honestly, this design looks really, really nice looking, like really, really dope. I have to say. Um, oh, here's the PNSO museum. Interesting. There's a PNSO museum. That's pretty nice. Here's the iguanodons again. Um, the blue one looks pretty cool. The reason why I like this one is because it kind of has the Aladar like coloring. I don't know why. It kind of does a little bit, but yeah. This one's pretty cool as well. The brownish one, but yeah. Blue one's pretty cool. Or gray or blue, whatever it is. Here's the updates of it. I love Iguanodon. It's literally my number one favorite ornithopod. Like, I don't care if it has that bulbous nose. All I know is that it's an Iguanodon. Iguanodon is awesome. Best ornithopod, in my opinion. TNG Paraceratherium. We saw that. With the straight tusk elephant and Embolotherium, I believe. TNG figures look pretty damn good, except for the Smilodon. Smilodon looks kind of garbage, I have to say. And here's like some pictures of them releasing the figures, a bunch of copies. Holy shit. Millions of them. It's amazing that Holland Good is excuse me for 1 second. Anyways, so yeah, so the Iguanodon. Oh, yeah, there's so many copies of these figures. Like, it's really, really amazing. Here's the blue one. I always thought that Iguanodon feet were kind of flat, not like tiptoed, but hey, the more you learn. Then again, I'm not an expert of ornithopods, but they're still pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. And then we have the Beasts of the Mesozoic Carnotaurus that they're doing the 1/18th scale. Carno looks pretty cool. Of course, I'm not going to get it because it's 1/18th scale, but still pretty cool. Well, here we have these little guys. Looks like they're from PNS, so. Oh yeah, I think they are. I'm not really a fan of these like really tiny figures, but they're cool, I guess. Oh no, they're from Animal Heavenly Body. Never heard of them. No, I don't know. Oh, and for some reason they're back. The retired Beasts of the Mesozoic models are back. The Protoceratops, the 1/18th scale of Angier, the Mongolian species, and the green one, the I forget, I don't know about this one. And there's also Velociraptor mongoliensis and another species of Dromaeosaur, and then there's Dromaeosaurus itself. Yeah, like, and I was actually thinking about the Beast of the Mesozoic Protoceratops. I actually wanted to get the smaller one because, again, I'm not really interested in the larger ceratopsian figures, but Yeah, I'm thinking about getting this guy. Same with the Velociraptor. Maybe do a figure project of them, and they can like go at it just like the dueling dinosaurs. But yeah, Protoceratops is a really really cool ceratopsian. Well, little guy. I was actually this was like last year, but I was thinking in my dumb speculation, I was thinking that Protoceratops could spend a lot of its time in the water because it had a very tadpole-like tail, a very thick tail. But no, that's not really the case because just because you have a thick tail, that doesn't mean you're semi-aquatic. Not all the time. Um, Here's this guy again from the PNS toy line. Iguanodon, Parasitherium again. Iguanodon with the Chitongosaurus. Obviously, Chitongosaurus is much larger than Iguanodon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's also some cool news of Beasts of the Mesozoic or Creative Beast Studios. Oh, there's a dragon. Interesting. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I hopefully hope I can get the Protoceratops, the mini, this guy, and the Velociraptor mongoliensis. The Velociraptor mongoliensis design, like color wise, looks very bird of prey like appearance. So that's why I might get it. But yeah, yep, that's right. Stegodon. That's what it is. Yeah, the new Holland Good Iguanodon models look pretty good, but I kind of do wait, but I do kind of question why they have a round bulbous like Multiverosaurus snout. Yeah, I mean that again, who knows? It could be speculation. Who knows? I mean, I know that Path of Titans did that too. But then you can change the species. Sometimes like there's one that like the third species that completely doesn't have it. I should have used that one, but it's whatever. I mean, maybe I can change it after this live stream. I can change my iguanodon's skin or species. Hey, Tasmanian wolf or Tasmanian dog or Taz. I'm trying to lose weight. That's my goal. I don't know how that's going to play out. But yeah. Speaking of which, I hope Safari Limited makes a Tasmanian tiger figure. That would be so cool. You know what? I'm going to check if there's even some Tasmanian tiger figures. I know Collect Day just did one like a couple of years ago. A female with a pouch. Actually, there is. There's a couple of them. Oh, that mini Beast of the Mesozoic Raptor that I saw there, Lean Raptor. Interesting. Oh, and speaking of which, Velociraptor, there's a new species of dromaeosaur that just found like a couple of days ago, and it may have coexisted and competed with Velociraptor mongoliensis. That's interesting, to say the least. I know it's crazy that there's going to be a space Godzilla in the new Godzilla and Kong film. Um, let's hope this will be good. Accordingly to what I heard is that they're going to focus on Godzilla more than Kong because in Godzilla versus Kong, it did felt more like a Kong movie, and in Godzilla X Kong New Empire, it felt more like a Kong story again, and a lot of Godzilla fans were pissed off. Not to mention, there was even a video game that just came out last year, and it's this spider like creature thing that's in a human skull, and Kong is fighting it, but not Godzilla. Why is Kong fighting it? I have no idea. That's Godzilla's thing. He fights, from town to town, or like cities to cities. Kong doesn't do that. He's in the Hollow Earth. But then again, this is a prequel video game, apparently. So yeah. And what's funny is that a lot of some Godzilla fans are not starting to like the MonsterVerse anymore. Like older fans, I guess that like I can understand why, but I do like the MonsterVerse. It's not perfect. I mean, even other Godzilla films are not, or Kong films are not perfect either, but they're still pretty good by their own right. I mean, to be honest, Godzilla has more stuff than Kong, so that's why Kong gets more screen time. I get it, but it's still this, but still, like they should have went focused on Godzilla and Kong as well at the same time. But I mean, they kind of did, but it's whatever. Um, oh, what the hell was I gonna say? Did Godzilla? No, not Godzilla. Oh, and accordingly to Evan Wingard, the director of the of Godzilla versus Kong and New Empire, he's actually a Kong fan. That is why that he's focused on Kong than Godzilla accordingly, which he's kind of biased because he's a more of a King Kong fan than Godzilla. But just because you're a fan of your favorite monster, that doesn't mean that it should be focused on a Kong film. Like, I don't know. It's stupid. But Adam Wingard actually moved on. Someone's going to direct the Godzilla X Kong Nova. So I can't wait to see that. Um I'm pretty sure I think I sent him a link. Oh, wrong channel. Where is Hey, Tyler Ray Silva? I don't know who you are. Um, where the hell? Oh, I send you a link if you want to join. Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. There is a new species of the late Cretaceous Mongolia dromaeosaur that was found recently that might have lived with Velociraptor. That's actually interesting and cool. Yes, it is cool. And you know what's fun? What's interesting is that its skull kind of does look like Deinonychus, but a mini version. I noticed that with Deinonychus's skull, it's very thick and robust, almost kind of Utah Raptor ish like, kind of ish, but still a longer snout than Utah Raptor, but still. I'm thinking that this animal might be an ancestor, or not an ancestor, but a descendant of not Velociraptor, of Deinonychus. Because I always wanted to know, like, how come dromaeosaurs got smaller and smaller, but yet if we go to the early Cretaceous, some were big, like Utah Raptor. But then again, was a Kilobator a late Cretaceous dromaeosaur? I feel like it is. And besides, isn't there like a bunch? Isn't there like a family clade of dromaeosaurs? Like, don't judge me. I'm not. I mean, like, I'm not an expert of dromaeosaurs. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I just don't study them or don't talk about them that much. Dromeo. Oh, okay then. Okay, okay, I was right. And Austroraptor and Dakota Raptor were also large. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. I almost forgot because as a kid, I always thought that the giant dromaeosaurs were the top predators, and then all of a sudden, as when Tyrannosaurs took over, they went extinct, and then they got smaller and smaller. But then again, it was just my dumb speculation at the time because we found more dromaeosaurs that were pretty big. Not as big as Utahraptor, but still pretty big by their own right. I also heard that Dakota Raptor may not be an invalid. I mean, might be valid. I mean, not maybe invalid genus. At least what I heard recently. So yeah. Um. Velociraptor. I know that I don't do Wikipedia, but Emdendromeosaur. Okay, which includes Utahraptor, Deinonychus, also. Okay. Velociraptorine, which includes Utahraptor, Deinonychus, and wait. No. I don't know what it's taking me to Emodromia. Whatever. Yeah, that it's fake. Tasmanian or Taz, it's fake. Vididen likes to talk about the biggest T Rex ever found and confirms it. It's first of all, it's a private specimen and no one should not talk about it. Secondly, Vididen likes to over. I'm not trying to be a dick, and I don't have no beef with him. I have no beef with him. Matter of fact, he's actually one of my favorite YouTubers. But Vididen likes to overhype Tyrannosaurus like crazy. That's why we shouldn't overhype Tyrannosaurus, and we should not talk about private specimens because, well, they're private. Paleontologists don't talk about private specimens. Yeah, apparently it might be a turtle. Yep, Sheraptorix. I am not good at pronouncing the name. I did a video of it, but yeah, like yeah, and yeah, Vididen. I'm cool with Vididen. It's just that like he talks way too much of T Rex, if you ask me. Like he talks way too much. It's like talk about something else. Yeah, like I'm a nerd of a biodegree obsessed with Tyrannosaurus and love for epic fantasy. A stranger of the internet uh, put it, I am served for awesome bro content done right. Author of Extinction Paleo Fantasy series. Yeah, that's a bit, you know, that's a bit over exaggerating, if you ask me. There's way too much. Way too much. Too much, too much, too much. It's like he has a boner for Tyrannosaurus. And likes to talk about Ed Cope. More like Ed Retard, if you ask me. Or Ed Shithead. Yeah. Speaking of which, I wonder how Kelvin the Carnotaurus is doing. Hmm. He does make funny posts. He actually made a couple of videos of me, Calvin the Carnotaurus, which honestly, he it he did debunk my ass. which I don't mind if he debunked me. And yeah, I was wrong about the American lion's weight, but he also did a video, well, live stream video of me ranting about the Ed Cope specimen. But yeah. Hello, Rex. Speaking of T-Rex, some people still think Rexy from Jurassic World. Yeah, those are toxic fanboys that are like freaking the fuck out about Goji Center's video of Rexy versus Sue. Sue would win the fight, especially Rexy in her prime. Ed Cope, do you mean paleontologist Edward Drinker Cope? No, there's a T-Rex specimen that's was found, and it's called Ed Cope apparently. And it's from a femur, which honestly I think it's fake. But then again, I mean the femur could be a sauropod for all I care, you know. And just because we found like one femur, that doesn't mean that oh my god, T Rex, oh my god, T Rex, yeah. Even though that, yeah, this is coming from me who likes Tyrannosaurus a lot, but I'm not going to worship it and be like, oh, it's becoming bigger, badder, and have a boner. And da, da, da. Yeah. Oh, and speak. Oh yeah. I'm thinking about also getting the reborn Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh yeah, I did talk about it last week. The prehistoric planet version, the Kiss Island or whatever it's called. Derry Nash actually has that figure because obviously you know, he collects figures and obviously it's prehistoric planet. What do you expect? He's the chief and supervisor of the documentary series. So it makes logical sense. If you want, I'll show you the figures that just came out, Rex. Hope Aunt Tony shows up. Oh, oh fuck. Share screen. Do that. Do that. Do that. Yeah, the Iguanodon, Paraceratherium. Oh, look at the size comparison to the Pachyrhinosaurus and this Ankylosaurus species. I forget. I don't know what this species is. Maybe it's Eupocephalus. I don't know, but yeah. Oh. Here's this one I really like because it kind of has the Aladar look. Well, colors, sort of ish. Kind of. It's just that, yeah, that bulbous nose does kind of bother me, but you never know. Could be speculation. New species of marine reptile from PNSO. That literally looks like Tenistropheus. those figures from Beasts of the Mesozoic might return. I might get the Protoceratops and the Velociraptor mongoliensis. I don't know yet. I'm talking about this one, of course. I do like this one, but I'm more interested in this one because of the colors. Here we have these minifigures. I thought they were from PNSO, but no, they're not. There's a PNSO museum. Beast of the Mesozoic Carnotaurus. Iguanodon. Huge package of Iguanodons from the Hallangood warehouse or some shit. Parasterotherium. And yeah. Great White. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, wow. Oh, fuck. Yes, that is Eupocephalus, right. I saw your video about Spinosaurus that could survive the Morrison Formation. In that video, you said that the Morrison Formation was very swampy, but... Oh, really? Shit. Fuck me. Well, regardless, though, since Egypt was like a almost desert-like in parts, I guess Spinosaurus would adapt well. I mean, it would probably spend maybe in the floodplain areas, but yeah. And yeah, I did a video on, well, a couple of months ago, I did the actual Spinosaurus, and I did the JP3 Spino, and the JP3 Spino could just be almost everywhere. Since the JP3 Spinosaurus spends in the water and on land, it could pretty much do anything it wanted to do. Yeah, the new Dinopilctiosaurus looks great. I mean, that Chinese Sorthius. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Speaking of JP3 Spino, it is called Asset 83, and fun fact, JP3 and Camp. Huh. Assessed 83. Whatever. I'm just calling it JP3 Spino because why the hell not? For some reason, I thought fans call it Spiny, but whatever. I don't give a shit. Yeah. I also might do a video on what should I do a video on? Like I did a video on Tyrannosaurus Rex. What if Tyrannosaurus lived in the Morrison Formation? I did what if the Hell Creek, not Hell Creek, what if the Morrison Formation theropods survive Hell Creek? What if the herbivores from the Morrison Formation survive Hell Creek? Honestly, sauropods might be the dominant ones, or probably not, because there's not enough room for them, and not to mention there hasn't been an Alamosaurus found. But if there is an Alamosaurus, then that might be a big problem for the sauropods. Um, Ceratosaurus would adapt pretty well. I mean, except for Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it might get like picked on by the juveniles, but it would be the real threat for Ceratosaurs. But then again, probably the subadult Rexes. I meant to say one of from JP3 and the one in Camp Cretaceous are, yeah, what, yeah, I heard that they are the same Spinosaur. They are confirmed to be the same Spinos, but yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the larger theropods of the Morrison probably would not adapt well because of competition with Tyrannosaurus. And Tyrannosaurus, being the biggest predator that it is, would just outcompete them. You know, Allosaurus would not stand a chance. Torvosaurus either. Allosaurus, Anax, they would not have a fun time. You know, also since they specialized in sauropods and the ornithopods, even Stegosaurus, the animals would be very different for them. Like we got giant hadrosaurs that are like almost the size of Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops and Torosaurus, and Ankylosaurus, pretty damn armored. But so honestly, the Morrison formation's theropods would not adapt well, but Ceratosaurus might adapt the environment pretty well. That's just me though. Of course, dodging the jaws of some of the older juvenile Rexes and the and the subadults and even the adults themselves. But yeah, I don't think JP3 Spinosaurus would survive in the desert. It would need able to store of energy if it would need to eat a lot. Deserts don't provide. Well, I mean, it did survive in the desert in Camp Cretaceous. So does it count? Because like it since it did survive in that this desert in Camp Cretaceous, it did pretty damn well. So yeah, but if we're not using that concept, then yeah, it's the Spino's going to have a hard time, which I completely forgot. I thought that in some parts the Morrison Formation has some deserts, but some of it doesn't have deserts. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta look it up. Morrison Formation. Says on Wikipedia that the Morrison, which was from New Mexico to Alberta, swings in a like Rocky Mountains, pushing up west The desperate, desperate from the east streams and rivers borders by Utah and swampy lowlands, lakes, rivers, channels, floodplains became the Morrison Formation. Interesting. Maybe I have to look up the environment. Morrison Formation in environment. Environment. Yeah, like it says here that the environment changed by rivers, floodplains, and lakes. It's warm, seasonal regions, habitat, floodplains, and fern prairies. I heard that JP1 Spinosaur, T Rex, and are the, well, yeah. Rexy is yeah, Rexy and the Jurassic Park T Rex are the same animal. They are the same animal. They're just that the models are just different because obviously we're comparing Jurassic World and Jurassic Park both from different years. Jurassic Park came out in 93. Jurassic World came out in 2015. So, yeah. Not to mention, Rexy is old as shit, so that's why she lost a lot of muscle mass. But, yeah. And the new rebirth, yes, I actually do like the rebirth Tyrannosaurus. For once in my life, they did treat it, yeah, it did treat it like as an animal for the very first time. Well, even though that obviously Jurassic Park and Jurassic Lost World JP and even JP3, they did treat dinosaurs as animals, but in this one they finally treat them as animals, not rage monsters. But yeah. Wait, last I searched up, it said Morrison Formation was Semite area. I mean, read. It says right here, um, okay, then I guess it was both. It was both Semite area and hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh, you, god damn it. Um, Screen share. See, I don't know if you can read it or not. Yep. More information found in West North America. 157 years ago, in land environment characterized by rivers, floodplains. It was warm, seasonal, and semi-arid region, and with variable habitats including wetlands, floodplains, and fern prairies. Yeah, I can read it. Not the only, not only that, but Jurassic World Rebirth, the Spinosaurus was a smart animal. It would suck up behind a woman a sound. So I guess it was both. Yes. Yeah. Even when I made the video of Tyrannosaurus will have a fun time there. It would pretty much eat a lot of things in the Morrison. Like it would eat stegosaurs, camptosaurs, well, juveniles, yes, and even subadults. It would probably go after some of the sauropods. It's probably the subadult sauropods, maybe a lone Camarasaurus. As for competition, I think that Allosaurus and even Torvosaurus and even Anax would just leave it alone. T Rex would be the new king, you know? Maybe the large specimen, Allosaurus Anax, 8 ton, the 8 ton specimen versus the an average size Rex that's just like what 7 tons. Maybe it could probably take on the 7 ton Rex, but not like a big boy Rex, not like 10 tons or 8 or even 8 tons for that matter. That's you know. But yeah, going back to Spinosaurus, yeah, Spinosaurus is gonna have a fun time as well. The Morrison, well, the JB3 and the scientifically accurate one. The only difference is that the scientifically accurate Spinosaurus would probably use well would probably not hunt the dinosaurs that much, but it would probably scavenge carcasses. As for the JP3 one, it could probably do both, scavenge and hunt, but it would still avoid tail spikes of Stegosaurus and stuff like that. But yeah. Um but anyways, what else should I even do a video of? Oh yeah, I was thinking about reviewing one of my JP. Yes. Yes, I heard about this guy. He's pretty cool. Mount Henry Tooney. I am not good at pronouncing names, but yeah, he's pretty cool. He's done videos of Morris of the Morris information. He also has done pretty cool artwork as well. Hello, Josh. I really like his T Rexes. Well, his theropods in general, but his T Rexes look super cool. Like at least that I'm glad to see that they have teeth stick out, even though they're lipped. But at least that I can still see their teeth, which is a good thing. Not a toothless Tyrannosaurus, as I always say. Are you confident that Rebirth would do? I mean, the Rebirth Rex would do better than Rexy. Of course, because the Rebirth Rex is beefier and it's more stockier built. So, yeah. Yeah, apparently from what I can tell, the reason that the Holland Good Iguanodon models have the round bulbous snout because it is slightly speculated that Iguanodon had those. Yeah, that is possible. They made a community post about the D Rex becoming a villain. Do you want to see that post? Yeah, sure. Um, oh, you know what show that I've been liking now? King of the Hill. I don't know why I do, but I do like King of the Hill. Also, while it is still the day of that, the stuff that it's JP3 is not 14 years old. It's been way past that. Like it's like old as my younger brother, which he's like 23 years old. Well, no, not 23. He's 24. So JP3 is 23 years old. I already corrected you, um, Alex, like a couple of days ago, and it's not 14 years old. What about King of the Hill? Oh, Boomhauer. Boomhauer just he. I don't know why. Like Boomhauer talks funny, and I like how Hank Hill's like he always like when he freaks out, he's like, I don't know. And back in the day, I always thought that in King of the Hill, I always thought that they were from Alabama. Like there was these like just these random almost well, I don't know if they're quote unquote rednecks, but they're just country folk guys from Alabama, but no, they're from Texas. Boy, I was freaking wrong big time. Texas and Alabama are completely different from each other. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Taz. Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe it. 2001 had like the best, one of the best like paleo media of all time when we were kids. Like it had Land of the Mammoth, Walking with Beasts, JB3, When Dinosaurs Owned America. Um, I think Extinct came out during the same time, um, from Channel 4. Then again, I did remember it coming out in on National Geographic before, but yeah. Oh, what's the plot about it? Just honestly, it's just these guys from Texas. They're just I don't know, just I don't know. It's hard to explain, really. I mean, I never watched the entire episodes of King of the Hill. Some of them were kind of funny, but yeah. Um, King of the Hill. Just these random ass guys that are well, these guys that are like hanging out as like as kids, and they just like drink beer together and talk about their lives and shit like that. I don't know. I'm surprised you never heard of that show, King of the Hill. It's the same guy who drew Beavis and Butthead, Mike Judge. The only thing is that according to the corporation of Mike Judge's role or something, apparently King of the Hill is is owned by Fox. Meanwhile, Beavis and Butthead are owned by MTV, which sucks because like imagine Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill, and the King of the Hill characters doing a crossover. That would be super funny as hell. But yeah, you know what's funny? I heard that Jurassic World Rebirth was supposed to be. It kind of Really? I heard about that's weird. It kind of did in the trailer, it kind of did felt like an R-rated film. And the T-Rex design kind of does look like a quote unquote R-rated dinosaur design, I guess you could say. Or I don't know, it's the right word to say it, but yeah. Oh shit. Oh you fucker. I like how Hank from King of the Hill got angry and gets into fights. Yeah, he does. And he always says that, "Oh, I'm going to kick your ass." I'll kick your ass. I like how he argues at Boomhauer. That's the funniest one. Like, that cracks me up in the baseball episode. Oh, I'm reading that make Toonie Tasmanian Wolf. Yeah, it's funny. I often not to mention the D Rex has a dick on its head. Prevents the name Dick Rex. I was kind of hoping that it would going to be R-rated. Huh, interesting. Yeah, speaking of Jurassic World Rebirth, my father were only person in the movie to see Megan 2. Huh, interesting. What's weird is that Megan is a PG-13 movie, but it kind of felt like an R-rated film. Yeah. Honestly, this year's not this year's kind of all right when it comes to movies. I mean, so far for me, I only saw How to Train Your Dragon and Jurassic World Rebirth. but I've not seen other movies this year for some reason. Like last year, I saw a shit ton of movies. This year, however, it's it's not as much. But then again, Primitive War, let's hope Primitive War will be in theaters. I mean, then again, I might see Jaws, the 50th anniversary of Jaws. Then again, I mean, fifth anniversary movies do not count, but it's whatever. I know I saw Lion King last year, of course, the original, the 30th anniversary, and I had a fun time because, well, I always love watching Lion King. It's my favorite Disney film of all time. That's a fact. Well, for me. Yep. The 24th anniversary of When Dinosaurs Roamed America as well. What's weird is that as a kid, I always thought When Dinosaurs Roamed America and Jurassic Park 3 were like the same animation styles when I was a kid. But I was like really, really freaking little. God, I was like, what, 3 years old? I didn't even see JP3 when it came out because I was so freaking little. Keep that in mind. I was a 97 kid. So I grew up in the late 90s to early 2000s or mid 2000s or yeah. And there's also having 90 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Really? That's interesting. I might see how you Jaws. I don't know yet. Jaws is actually a really good film, I have to say. Yes, there's inaccuracies about shark behavior, but still, I mean, even though that I heard that Jaws is actually supposed to be based on of this shark that attacked a lot of people in like the early 1900s, and it was actually a tiger shark that actually attacked people, and it was in the state of New Jersey, and it's based off of a book, of course. So, in other words, Jaws is kind of based off of a true story, a little bit, kind of. And there's also going to be a Jaws documentary on National Geographic, which I find kind of odd because it's like Jaws is in Universal, but yet you guys are inviting. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't give a shit at the end of the day. But I'm just saying it's kind of hypocritical because you're interviewing a rival company, but then again, Nat Geo is owned by Disney, but still Disney. I don't know. I'm actually trying to not let Nat Geo not be owned by Disney anymore. I was supposed to do that. I was supposed to email them, but it's never going to happen. I also want Nat Geo to not own. Oh yeah, that's right. A bull shark, not a tiger shark. A bull shark. That's what it was, not a tiger. Yep, 1916 in the state of New Jersey. Do you notice something about Jurassic Park 3 T-Rex and the Rebirth Rex? They are the only Jurassic movies that got second minute screen time. I mean, J the Rebirth Rex did appear longer than the JP3 Rex. Like, the only scene that we saw with the JP3 Rex is that we see it kind of like having a bloody mouth, scrapping of its meat, chasing after Alan Grant, and then fighting with the JP3 Spino, and then the Spino kills the Rex, and that's it. With this one, we just saw the raft scene, but we saw more kind of a Rex action just a little bit, and that was pretty much it. Look up the movie 12 Days of Terror. Hmm. Oh, interesting. It's a 2004 horror film, PG-13. I might watch it someday. Who knows? I heard there was news that there was there. I heard that there was an announcement that there's going to be a Cujo remake, and that's actually kind of interesting because I always wanted a Cujo remake. Because Cujo has potential. Because since there's a lot of Stephen King remake films, why not do Cujo? And Cujo is one of my favorite movies of all time. I never read the book, but I know that the book adaptation is way different than the movie, but I know that Cujo, you know, the music of Cujo is just pretty horrifying. And it's a very underrated horror film, not just as a Stephen King movie, but as a horror film itself. Because it's about a dog who gets rabies and he gets his head stuck. Kind of, yeah, his head gets stuck. He- whose head gets stuck in this like tunnel that was chasing after a rabbit, and he gets bitten by a bat on the nose, and he pays the ultimate price for it. Later on, you know, Cujo starts to become different and different and different. Yet a bat gave him the nose, and yeah, Cujo starts to become different and different every day until finally, he exploded, going rabies. And it's kind of a teaching a valuable lesson on do not let your animals outside for too long or whatever. You never know what will happen. Rabies is a big thing. It kills dogs and cats. It kills a lot of mammals in particular. Surprise, and we can actually get rabies and we can die from it, you know, unless that if you're in the hospital, well, you have to go to the hospital very quickly as possible to get um to get your rabies shots. And trust me, rabies shots are not that good because they always have to the needle they always have to use the needle to poke you in the stomach. Yeah. Reptiles don't get rabies. Yeah. Actually, there's an older movie. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, there according to I heard is that there's news that there's going to be a new Cujo coming out, a remake of the 90 of the 83 one. And rabies has fear of water. Yeah, that's true. And they can't eat. Animals with rabies, they can't eat and they are fear of water. Well, first they drink a lot and then their fear of water and then they don't drink or eat anymore and then they're just out of control. You know, raccoons get it a lot and bats get it and feral cats get it, foxes get it. Pretty much like I said, most mammals get it. There was even a cheetah in this documentary of Simon King raising two cheetah brothers, and there was a female cheetah that had gotten rabies, and it was attacked by well by a dog with rabies, that and he attacked and she attacked one of Simon King's friends or whatever, and he was rushed to the hospital as quick as he can, and he checked for the cheetah to have rabies, and cheetah was rolling all over the place. It wasn't pretty, and she eventually died later on. Yeah, and they also foam at the mouth, which I completely forgot. When deer get rabies, it's horrifying. Like, it looks horrifying. They don't bite you, not do I know of, but they look scary when they have rabies. Yeah. Yeah, and the new Cujo, it's going to be on Netflix, I heard. We just don't know when. That's the problem. But yeah. But anyways, I gotta go. I'll see you around, everyone. You guys take care and have a nice day, everyone. And I'll catch you guys later. Oh, I mean, most terrifying animals with rabies. That is a bat, but my opinion because they will bite humans if they. Well, yeah, of course. Yep. I'll see you around, everyone. Catch you guys later.